Hello, and welcome back, my beautiful froggy army, to another video. I finally finished 30 homes in Happy Home Paradise, which means I unlocked the amazing, incredible Mousecatool feature opportunity thingy to allow us to decorate the inside and outside, or no, remodel, I guess is the proper word, of our villagers' homes. So we're gonna get started on that today. We're gonna be remodeling Petri's home, and CJ is going to, do that, I guess. Anyways, please don't mind the bobbing fishing pole on the screen. I'm gonna be suing CJ later, just letting you know, so don't worry about that. Anyways, we're gonna be doing Petri's yard because I have neglected the poor girl. She has not had a yard for many moons, so we're just gonna get started with that, and I decided to give her a science teacher kind of theme thing. Here is the before. This used to be Etoile's yard, so we have some distant fragments of her memory, you know, but I just, you know what, just don't really like look at it. Just kind of like squint your eyes a little bit so you don't have to look at that too much. And after shoving CJ out of the way because I do not forgive him for interrupting my intro, I started off by clearing everything out, but we dug up this little gyroid first, and of course I got distracted. I was like, what the heck is a wallopoid? You know? So I just plopped him down, turned him around, and yeah, he's definitely fighting. But yeah, we're getting started, kicking everything off, just starting off with a clean slate. I always like to do that. I don't like to mess around and have all of this nonsense in the way. Like, I just don't want to see it, so it goes in my pocket. And as you can see, the yard, you know, it's right on the beach near the water, has this little peninsula, so it's kind of an awkward area, so just bear with me. I try my best, okay? It came out just very unique and special, just like the rest of my island, so that's all that matters, you know? After stealing some furniture from Henry, sorry Henry, it was finally time to get started. So like I said, I wanted to go with like a science teacher kind of vibe. I know most people do like scientists or like mad scientists for Petri, and I still did want to do that, of course. Like, how can you not? She's so cute. She's so perfect for it. But I wanted to go with science teacher specifically because I just have, you know, my little school that Henry runs on the island, and I've given quite a few of my villagers the teacher role, so I figured we might as well, you know, stick with that theme. And I think it fits a lot better with Kidcore as well, you know, teacher, school kind of stuff, nostalgic stuff. So I do incorporate a little pinch of nostalgia in there. It was very fun, and you'll see it later. I may have gone a little bit overboard with like the machines and stuff. It's not very like teachery. I don't know any science teachers who have these robotic arms, but I digress. You know, I really wanted to include a lot of these like 2.0 like interesting quirky items, and I just couldn't, you know, I just couldn't resist. I was just playing around with placements and stuff, you know, just kind of going back and forth, seeing where things looked good, trying to place as many items as I could in this little tiny awkward positioning space. But here's that nostalgia that I included. I put a little TV with VCR, you know, on that like little rolling cart to be like in school when they would bust out the projector and stuff like that, kind of like that kind of vibe. And also, if you couldn't tell, I'm going for a red and blue theme. How original. Absolutely could not resist leaning into that color theme that just matches Petri's whole look. Could not resist whatsoever. And I think it fits really good with Kidcore, just like this, you know, like primary blue and primary red together. So I really leaned into that like a lot, as you can tell. I added that little bubble machine because I thought it could be like, ooh, like sciencey fumes or stuff like that, but make it cute and make it bubbles. So that's kind of the vibe that I was going for. I really think it's a cute addition. I need to put bubble machines like all over my island, like legit. And I went pretty easy on the fences just because, again, I don't have a lot of space to work with here, so I wanted to be able to walk around. Then I was just going in with some custom designs. Even though I did use the blue tile mostly on everything, I just tried to find a couple of spots like in the surrounding area and stuff like that where I could squeeze in some custom designs. And then I finally found a spot for this pod. I really wanted to use it, so I finally found a spot, and guess what I'm gonna put in it? Guess. No, it's not a Karopi snack. It's a froggy chair. Wow. Oh wait, it doesn't fit. It's a Karopi snack. Then I just wanted to fix up this little path to the right of her house, so like adding custom designs, adding what little furniture I could. It was basically just that street lamp, and continuing this little like circle path design that I had on the path leading up to this yard area walkway. So just going in with that, just trying to make it look more decorated and filled in and everything. And I really like these little circles. They're very cute. I do like to keep these stone ones like kind of bare, just keep them a little bit naked, because I feel like the stone pattern is really nice and I really like it. But on top of the dirt ones, I don't really like how the dirt circle looks. At least for kidcore, I feel like it's a little too natural looking. So I do like to put some tiles or some sort of custom design on top of that to cover it up and jazz it up and stuff like that. So here I just chose this little rainbow bridge pattern. It had some red in it, so I thought it would fit with like the red and blue theme. I did decide to spice up this little stone one by adding some candies. Maybe somebody dropped their candy. My villagers, everybody's always dropping stuff on my island, dropping all their food 24/7. Honestly, it's kind of an issue. You know, we gotta get some litter ordinances up in here. Like, what's going on, you guys? Why does everybody have butterfingers? Is it? I know it's not from Tangy's orange juice because it's not greasy. So it might be from Ketchup's pizza. We might need to have a conversation, me and Ketchup. I don't know. If her pizza grease is causing this amount of litter on my island, you know, it's kind of an issue. I don't know what we're gonna do about that, Ketchup. So after finishing all of the exterior yard decorating, I went and talked to Tom Nook about decorating her interior, but it looked like Petri was sick and she didn't want to be bothered. So I had to go and give her some stupid medicine. Thanks a lot, Petri, for making me spend my precious bells, because oh, you just feel a little dizzy. Like, why is that my problem? Anyway, after she felt okay enough to say yes to me, I let Tom Nook know that I was going to be completely scrapping all of this. She just has like that mad scientist vibe, and like I said, I'm not really going for that. I'm going for teacher. So, after scrolling through a ton of wallpaper, I did go with this like blue heart stuff, and it looks pretty bold. Like, this is like a primary blue, you know what I mean? And I'm not the biggest fan of this color, like this deep blue, like royal blue, navy blue, not my kind of vibe. I do end up changing this later, but I do keep it for like pretty big duration of this little speed build, so just bear with me. But I wanted to make like a little desk area for her, like a little kind of pseudo office little area, because of course she's a teacher, she's going to be grading everybody's papers, their science projects, all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to give her like that kind of little area for her to do that, nice and cozy, nice and comfy. So just adding like a little plant there, you know, just to give it like a little homey feel. And here's where I go messing with the wallpaper again. I did end up going with that simple blue one, I believe. Almost went with that, like kind of school one, but I was like, no, this is her home. You know, this is her living space. Want to make it cozy. Again, inside I also am going for that blue and red theme. Just really like hammering it home. Like, we're going like super blue and red. Like, everything is either red or blue or white. And that's basically it. Well, actually, no. For the kitchen and for some of the stuff, I did decide that kind of like a light wood would be okay. Kind of like that medium-ish, lightish wood. Just because that's just what some of the variations were that I, you know, of furniture that I really wanted to include. I also thought some bookshelves would be very appropriate, and these were really nice to just kind of like take up space on the wall and just add like some nice verticality and all that kind of stuff. And of course, I'm obsessed with using little rugs and carpets all over everywhere, like every little section. I love to put down a rug. I just think it makes it look so much cuter and just, I don't know, like defines it more. Like, look at that little circle underneath the desk and the chair. Like, is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your whole entire life? Forget about your dog, forget about your cat, forget about your little baby sibling, forget it. Look at that little carpet. That's the cutest thing you've ever seen, okay? Then I just started getting to work on the kitchen because I decided to use those, what are they called, dividers. It kind of, you know, didn't leave me a lot of room on those sections, especially the little kitchen. And I figured Petri probably lives a modest teacher lifestyle, you know, on her probably modest teacher salary. So she probably doesn't have that big of a kitchen, you know. This house is pretty small. She doesn't even have like separate rooms. Everything's just one room technically. Sorry, Petri. But I decided to just, you know, work with what I had, and I put as much stuff as I could in that kitchen to try to give her some nice utensils so she can make some good food. I don't know. Maybe she only eats cheese anyway. Maybe she doesn't even need a big kitchen. Maybe she just buys those huge blocks of cheese and she just eats them over the course of like 2 weeks. And she's like, yeah, I'm chilling, honestly. Like, just give me a fridge. Oh, I didn't even give her a fridge. Oh no, her cheese. Her cheese! Anyways, hope my neighbors don't hear me screaming her cheese at midnight. Sorry, neighbors. Anyway, I am just putting some more stuff on the walls and stuff like that. I really like putting stuff on the walls because I feel like it just makes everything look a lot more finished and like lived in, and just makes it, you know, like the clutter is eye candy, okay? The clutter is eye candy. That's gonna be my new thing. Clutter, aka eye candy. I mean, at least in my house, I've got stuff all over the walls. Me and my boyfriend got so much stuff. I got shelves full of plushies, we got posters, we got prints, we got, you know, framed pictures, all kinds of stuff. So it's only logical that in my Happy Home Paradise houses, you know, they are covered in wall clutter. And on top of it, you know, it just makes it so you don't have to look at just like a plain blue wall. It just makes it look a lot more interesting. There's a lot more stuff for your eye to be drawn to. Although you cannot place things on the wall on the partitions, which is the greatest crime of this game. Like, I can forgive all of Tom Nook's sins when I'm looking at these plain partition walls, like, oh, how I wish I could hang stuff on them. But it's fine. I will just simply wallow in those screaming tears of agony looking at them. And oh my goodness, the room is finished. Look at that. It's all done. Here's how it came out. I hope you like it. And then here's what I ended up doing for the exterior. You know, that red and blue theme really coming in strong. And here's what it all looks like together. I feel like the red and blue house just really brings it all together. It's so much better, and I'm so glad that I was able to do this. It's all cute. It's very interesting. It's very interesting, but it's cute, and we got that little Karopi snack in the back, and it's the best. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this build, and also my mindless rambling. It's always a blast. Feel free to check me out on my social medias and all that kind of fun stuff if you want to keep up with me outside of YouTube. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.